Hello everyone, this is Bill with Yarn Crafts for Lefties. Today we're going to be going over how to unknit. You'll often hear this referred to as tink, or how to tink. And all tink is the word knit spelled backwards. And what it means is we're going to take apart what's on the needle by undoing the stitch. And if you do it right, you're able to have the previous stitch fall properly onto your right hand needle, so that way you're then able to go ahead and work without having to reorient anything. Now, I'm showing this continental because for me, I find unknitting anything much easier holding it as if you would continental, because then this hand here is just going to take out the old stitch. Now right here, we're going to be working backwards. So I'm going to take a look for a second and see what I'm unknitting first, which here is 3 knit stitches. Knit stitches are really easy because if I take this and I tug it, see how that hole just opened up there? If I put the tip of my needle in there and then slide this stitch off, I just give it a little tug, and I have just unknit a knit stitch. And because I put the needle in and I just let the needle do what it wanted to, and the yarn do what it wanted to, it went the right way. Entering a regular knit stitch that is falling as it were for stockinette is simply open the hole up, insert the tip of your needle from front of the fabric to the back of the fabric, slide out the old needle, draw out the yarn, and now your stitch is where it is. We have one more here, and I'm going to tug this again because that opens up the hole and makes my life easy to go in from front to back. Slide that off, tug that so the old stitch comes out. I should say the new stitch came out and the old stitch is left on the needle. Now here I have 3 purl stitches. So I'm going to need to undo those. And this is essentially doing the same thing. And I'm just going to bring it a little closer and pop it into focus a touch more. Now, if I draw that yarn up, you can see that hole that just opened up there. I let it go, I tug it, it opened up. I'm going to insert the needle again from front to back through that hole. Slide off that stitch. We can see the loop there. Draw the yarn out, and now the loop that we had the needle through fell in neutral position onto that needle. Again, I tug it, I tug the yarn here, it opens up the hole, I put the tip of the needle through and draw off. Pull, slide through from front to back, slide the old loop off, tug, and we've just unknit. So now I have a knit stitch front to back through the hole, now the knit stitch front to back through the hole, let the stitch that was here drop off, tug with my finger to pull it out. We're good. Here again we have a purl stitch. And if I look this way, I don't see much, but if I tip my needle just a little, I can see there's a hole there. I go in through the hole, front to back, slide the loop off, give it a little tug, and voila, off it came. Again, tug the yarn to make the hole show up, from front to back through there, draw through. We're back to knit stitches again, so in through the hole, slide off, drop. This method is a nice easy way to do it, and once you've gotten the needle through that hole, whether it's a knit or a purl, when you take the old stitch off, you don't have to worry about losing or dropping a stitch. So now I'm back to this one here. This is an edge stitch. It's a little tough to see, but I'm going through the middle of the stitch below, slide off, and done. And we have gone ahead and undid an entire row of knitting, whether it was knit or purl. So if you find you make a mistake in a single row, you now know how to back up to where that mistake is, undo it, and pick up and go without worry. Hope you found this episode of Yarn Crafts for Lefties helpful. This is Bill. Happy knitting.